Hey there everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the Structuralism theory, media theory by Levi-Strauss. And yeah, let's get into the first slide. I'm going to try and simplify things as quick as possible. Um, of course, I've taken some advice from my previous video, but essentially let's just begin. So structural text, how that is analyzed. So text can be best understood through analysis of its structure because it usually demonstrates the narrative the product is portraying. For example, the extensive use of people of color in formation may allude to a music video targeted at black people, or it could be some kind of political message of some sort. For example, in another sequence, or in one of the sequences, there's a police car scene, and most of the actors are black. What could that mean? Could that mean, some kind of pro George Floyd message or some kind of BLM message? Who knows? But that's up to you to decide once you analyze the structure, analyze the narrative. Binary oppositions. So meaning is dependent upon a set of encoded binary oppositions, each of their own unique meaning depending on the product. For example, Riptide, one of the sequences had like some kind of sunny background in the beach with a naked woman running, and that could be put against the dark sequence, another sequence where there's a woman with a questionable style of makeup. What does that symbolize? What's the binary opposition? I'll tell you. That could be ugly versus beauty. That could be light versus dark. Why? Because as like I said, the sunny, bright beach setting is contrasting with the dark sequence where the woman has that makeup. So if I'm going to give you a simple definition, an oversimplified version, it's just opposites. So what's the opposite of chaos? Order. What's the opposite of good? Bad, etc. How can this theory be used in an essay? What would, for example, the theorist who made this theory, Strauss, say about the agenda of this question? So if we want to look at a question, we can look at, let's say, explain how Riptide creates meaning, but we'll get to that in a sec. First, I just want to reiterate the sentence starters that I usually do every time I get to this slide, but I think that's important. So sentence starter number one. Strauss may note that. Number two. Strauss may argue that. Number three. Someone like Strauss may point to the fact that, and so on. So essentially, when it comes to writing about a theory or talking about a theory in your paragraph, and I think I'm going to be making a video one day explaining the structure for a paragraph. But essentially, when you get to that section where you talk about the theory, you have to say, he may say this, she may say that, he may say this. You can't say he will because you haven't met the guy. You can only assume what he may say, right? So now let's look at the question. Explain how Riptide creates meaning. Okay, so let's say we get to that part like I discussed. Strauss may note that meaning is created um, and analyzed through its underlying structure via a set of binary oppositions. For example, that's one of the key ideas that you can refer to. Or Strauss may argue that binary oppositions help to decode encoded meanings that are created, as they help spot the narrative and show opposites. For example, in the sequence where the woman is wearing makeup in a crazy way, that is contrasted with the light beach setting that is seen in another sequence where the woman is naked running in the beach. That's an example. If you want to take this even further, you can say you can talk about symbolic code, you can talk about verbal code, you can dive deeper into this. It's recommended that you do. Why? Because it makes your examples look more detailed, as well as your understanding, your knowledge of the theory. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. It was quicker than the other ones. I made sure to make this more uh, to try and get through this one quicker because I tried to make it oversimplified. Uh, yeah, Bye bye.